Alright, thanks for stopping by for the second installment of the Phire CMS video tutorials. In this one we will go over the most basic and fundamental feature of any CMS, and that is adding and editing pages and their content. So we go ahead and log in. You see the dashboard here. And we go ahead and go to content pages, and we have our pages here that have been installed by default. Now, to give a quick preview of editing a page, we'll click on the welcome title here, welcome page title, and you see the form here to edit the content in the page. And by default, it's set to the native editor, which is source code. So obviously, when dealing with a client that you might be setting this up with, they might not know HTML. So obviously, the most common solution is to install a WYSIWYG editor. And this is actually very easy to do in Phire CMS. There's support built in for the two most popular ones, which I would say would be CK Editor and TinyMCE. And the way that you actually get it installed is you just simply download those WYSIWYG editors, either one of them or both, and then you can log in via FTP and upload it to the scripts folder, which is located in your doc root under the system folder core scripts. So in this particular case, Phire/core/scripts. And I've already taken the liberty of uploading the CK editor. So whatever you download from there, you unpack it and upload it to the folder CK editor or TinyMCE if you download the TinyMCE version. And you just drop it in the scripts folder, and the system will automatically detect it. So there's nothing more you need to do than to download it and drop it into the scripts folder. So once you do that, and you're on a page, you have your editor option, and it's set to native. It'll automatically detect that we've got CK Editor available, and you can switch to it like that. Now, if you want the CK Editor to come up by default, you can simply go to System, Configuration, and you have the option to set the default editor from native to CK Editor if it exists, or TinyMCE, whichever one it detects. So in this case, if we want to update it to default to CK Editor, if we go back over to content pages and say go to add page, we'll get the CK editor by default. So that's just a little add-in that allows you to make it easy for your clients who might not know HTML to edit the pages. So that being said, we've clicked back over here to add page, and the most basic things you'll need to set are all right here. If you'll go up to the top of the page, you'll see template. In this case, the default theme is installed, and the home page template might have like a fatter banner at the top, and the subpage template might have a skinnier banner, and then we want to use that one. And you really don't have anything else to do at this point other than to start filling out. So you want to do a title. You can type in test page. It'll auto-suggest the URL for you. And if you wanted to be more bloggy about it and add a date and prepend it, like 2011 / blah, 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 you can click that and add the date, or we can just leave it, test page / test page, what it suggested. Now, Phire allows you to do pretty detailed SEO for each page, so you can set the metadata, author, keywords, descriptions as you want. You can set a publish date that if you wanted to publish it sometime in the future, you can set it there. If you want it to expire on a certain date or time, you can set it there as well. We'll just leave it to this right now. And then we've got the CK editor installed, so we can type, hello world. Let's go ahead and make that like, a header, and then say testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. The page filter and auto links, new windows, all that is really more for if you don't have the CK editor and you wanted to, filter and BR tags on new line breaks, or encapsulate everything into paragraph tags, and then auto link any type of link files you have in there. So that's just more for if you don't have the CK editor installed. Page access is you can actually set a page to private if you only want the members of a site that have logged in to see it. You can do that there. We'll keep it public for now. If you want to be able to allow comments on the page, you can click that and turn it on there. If you want to include it in the site feed, you can turn that on there. And if you want to force an SSL connection, you can turn that on as well. And then the very last step is to publish it. You can set it to no, means it's not live, nobody can get to it. Draft means that only somebody that's logged into the system can see it, but the public can't see it. And then yes means that it's live and anybody can see it. So again, just to review, we have created a title called test page with this URL. We've typed in our content here, and we've published it. So we'll hit save, and you see that the page is there with the URL that it says that you can click to view. So we'll click to view that URL, and you'll see that it's pulling up the sub template and populating the content in there like that. Okay, well, I mistyped something, so obviously editing the page, we can go back and click on the title to edit it, pulls it up, and I really wanted this to say, hey everybody, and we can just edit the page there, click save, go back to this tab and reload, and it's pretty straightforward from there. So that's pretty much how you add and edit pages to the CMS, to Phire CMS. So again, thanks for stopping by on this one, and stay tuned for more video tutorials.